New tonight, measles cases continue to climb across America, and there have been 40 cases in the Commonwealth of Virginia this year alone. Yesterday, the Virginia Department of Health launched a new online dashboard so families can track cases and possible exposure risk in real time. Joining us now, Virginia Department of Health's epidemiologist, Alina Diskin. Ms. Diskin, thanks for joining us this afternoon. We certainly appreciate it.
Thanks so much for having me.
So what prompted the Department of Health to launch this dashboard, and what is most concerning right now?
Yeah, so the dashboard is really aimed to be the most transparent about the impact of measles in Virginia. The dashboard shows a lot of key information so that people can keep up with those measles trends and understand where their risk of exposure might be in Virginia.
Can you explain to us how the dashboard in fact works?
Yeah, so when you look at the dashboard, you'll start by at the top seeing the total number of cases in 2026, as well as when those cases occurred. There's also a map to help you see when and where those cases occurred in Virginia, and several tables that have some key information like age groups, vaccination status, if those cases had recent international travel, and if they needed hospitalization for their illness.
And does this dashboard also give information about proximity? So in other words, if I live in the Commonwealth and I see a reported case, maybe it might be in an area where I live or where I worship or just hang out. What should I do in that case?
Yeah, so we do have a map that shows the health district or the kind of area where those cases reside and where they were reported from at the bottom. And it does show it over time. So you can look at the past month, which is going to be, the most recent areas of risk, and then past 3 months and year to date. We also do report on the website any areas of public exposure. So if there was a known person that had measles and was infectious in a restaurant or store or something like that, and we are aware of that information from our public health investigations, we rapidly get that on the website and typically put out some type of news release as well so that people can know that information quickly.
I can imagine that gives people certainly some peace of mind. Now, some parents may think that measles is a disease of the past. What are people misunderstanding about measles?
Yeah, so two important things. I think, especially when we're looking at the dashboard, I think one of the really important takeaways that you can see on the dashboard is that measles can be really serious and dangerous. Right now, we're reporting 13% of those 40 measles cases did need hospitalization for their illness. So, again, measles can cause serious complications like severe dehydration, pneumonia, and even encephalitis, which is a swelling of the brain. So, measles can be really serious, really dangerous, not just a rash. And I think that's important to note. The other thing is that the MMR vaccine, the measles, mumps, rubella vaccine, is our best protection and the safest defense against measles illness. So getting those 2 doses of the vaccine can protect you from measles.
You talked about the measles vaccine, but, I think it's important for us to also recognize, too, that vaccines in general have become highly politicized with over the past few years now. Has that complicated the work of the health department?
Yeah, measles cases have been increasing globally, nationally, and in Virginia. And we're seeing these increases cause outbreaks across the US. There's several large outbreaks across the US. So we're seeing cases related to domestic travel and international travel, and overall declining national vaccination rates, which does increase the risk for measles.
All right. As Ms. Diskin has just told us, the vaccine is safe and our best protection against measles, which is not fun. Ms. Diskin, thank you so much for your time. We certainly appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.